The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening, friends, and welcome to all the panelists. We can see our today's esteemed speaker, CAIIB Modi sir, on screen. We welcome you, sir, and thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation. We also welcome CA Deepali ma'am. We also welcome CA Darshan Bhai Sancheti, who both are part of EMSME team, and few other people also joining. And we welcome as in then they will join. So I extend a warm welcome to all gathered here today under the overarching theme of our today's session, empowering MSMEs, the chartered accountant's role as a business solution provider. Our commitment resonates with the aspiration, Shasakt MSME, Shasakt Bharat, a resounding dedication to bolstering our nation through the strength of MSMEs. Our objective is clear: to position ourselves as catalysts guiding MSMEs towards tailored government scheme that ensure their growth and prosperity. This special webinar serves as a pivot platform to delve into a pivot role of chartered accountant in this pursuit. Amidst our discussion, we aim to shed light on navigating MSME subsidies, employing the strategies for exponential growth, and unlocking the potential within the central government subsidies. Equally essential is establishing a robust network between the MSMEs and the chartered accountant. So we are very honored to announce our esteemed guest speaker, CAIIB Modi sir, a veteran with over 3 decades of experience as also a partner at Modi and Agrawal Chartered Accountant firm. His expertise in obtaining subsidies, that is availment, especially for MSME, and his extensive speaking engagement in various forums add a tremendous value in today's discourse. I urge each one of you to take advantage of this opportunity, share insight, and collaborate for a brighter future. Also, please spread word among your professional circle using the information. So with this together, we way for the success in MSME landscape. With this brief, I would like to welcome once again Modi sir. Modi sir has addressed previously also on our session when the chief guest is our parliament member CA uh, uh, Suresh Prabhu sir has addressed the session. So with this, we are requesting GB Modi sir to take the proceeding ahead for our today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Viragji. Thank you for your invitations. And thanks very much for inviting me. It would be, in fact, it is my very important field of practice, and whatever I had been today in 33 years of practice because of this MSME practice. And my vision is that all my professional colleagues should get the benefit. We should become partner in MSME building of the nation. That is my vision, mission. And with that, you have chosen very correct topic, empowering MSMEs, the chartered accountant role as a business solution provider. Before that, I really want to compliment the eMSME platform, which has been developed by the team of MSME Sarthi, which is techno-savvy or technology-based integrated software for automated MSME government scheme discovery platform. See, there are plethora of schemes. I am going to discuss about all the schemes of central government, state government. No chartered accountant, no entrepreneurs, no government officers, no politicians in the country, no government or ex-employee of the state government or central government who has served the industry can claim that he is aware about all the schemes of central and state governments which are applicable to MSME in the country. But very smartly, based on technology, the eMSME Sarthi has developed a platform that you have to put 3 simple steps: input basic details, get it done, then you will get the list of subsidy schemes available from various state and central government to your MSME units. So very interactive, very good platform which is developed by MSME Sarthi, and I compliment the entire team for development of such a nice software for the benefit of MSME. Features of the eMSME Sarthi platform: government scheme discovery report. Once you put your basic details, you will get the applicable scheme to your industry. Then beyond that, if you approach to the MSME Sarthi team, they will help you to how to get the subsidy, how to submit the documents, what are the procedures, that also they are doing. MSME classification: once you put your information, then you will get whether you falls under micro, small or medium enterprises. Compliance health checkup: is there future expectation that they will see whether all the compliances which are required to be done by MSME portal or various government regulatory authorities will also be taken care of. Availment of experts and partners: they have onboarded various experts not only from Maharashtra, not only from India, but they are planning to onboard various experts in this field so that they can give solutions, answer the queries raised by MSME all over the country. So they have invited me, MSME Sarthi team, and I find that there is a very good opportunity, good future for the eMSME Sarthi portal and the entire team. They are in fact helping a lot to the MSME sector in the country. Their vision is clear. Their ambitions is very large that all the MSME in the country should get onboarded on this MSME platform, and they are partnering it with various chartered accountants in the country, so that they will have presence all over India, whether it is a metro city, district place, town, say tehsil, or any small towns of the country, through the MSME portal, and partnering with the chartered accountants in the country. Even MSME can directly get onboarded with this eMSME platform. So with this background of eMSME platform, I'm coming to my topic, chartered accountant as a business solution provider for MSME. Friends, you will agree with me, we all chartered accountants, or if you are on MSME sector, normally you approach to a chartered accountant when your books of accounts are required to be audited, when you are supposed to file your income tax return, and when you require the advice on tax matters and all these things. But under this MSME area of practice, a chartered accountant who is in this area of practice can become a catalyst, become a friend, a facilitator, a mentor to an micro, small and medium enterprises at the very instant stage, whenever the idea has come in the mind of the promoter that he wants to establish a manufacturing enterprises, a trading enterprises, or a service enterprises. If he approaches to a chartered accountant who is aware of MSME ecosystem in the country, he can become a business solution provider for MSME in the country. And with that object, I just want to put in front of you the opportunities for MSME in the upcoming years in Bharat. You know, right from 2014 onward, due to stable government, the MSME sector, the industrial sector, the economy, you name the sector in the country is progressing in all front. So what will happen in coming years? What is the role of MSME in GDP? It is 30.5% in known as India's GDP, translating to roughly $1 trillion. Projected growth 40% by 2025 is expected. Job creation around 110 million people in India, and it is expected that 5 crore more people will be employed by MSME. These are the statistics you may be aware about. Export, 48% of India's export is through MSME, and projected export potentially 60%. So why I am giving this idea? Because you see that the MSME is contributing hugely in GDP, but it is expected that it will go up to 40%. It is expected that more 5 crore job will be created, and export potential will go up to 60%. As a practicing CA or as an entrepreneur and MSME unit, we just want to get what role I can play, how much I will provide, I will contribute to the growth of country in the capacity as a practicing chartered accountant in MSME field. I normally use the word traditional practice and non-traditional practice. Traditionally, we are doing all auditing, income tax, GST, taxation, TDS work. But if we come to this non-traditional area of practice, MSME practice, the ICAI has come out with certificate course on MSME. Nowadays, you will find that all over India, various types of seminar and webinars are organized on this sunrise area of practice, that is MSME practice, and it has become a buzzword in Indian economy. In Bharat की अर्थव्यवस्था में एक buzzword बन गया है MSME, and everybody is behind MSME. So what role we as a practicing chartered accountant can play in the overall growth of MSME, that we are going to discuss. Other parameters, formalization, technological adoption, sustainability. You know that formalizations of legal benefits, growth opportunity, technology, you know, under the artificial intelligence and digital India movement, technology is the future of India. Sustainability has now become very important for the environment protections of the country. So these, see, the government of India, the government of Bharat, so many 5 trillion economy, Atmanirbhar Bharat, vocal for local and local for global, everywhere, and see nowadays in last 1 month or 2 months, number of public issues have been floated in the country. The capital market is at very high stage. It means there is capital expenditure happening in the country. More and more manufacturing sectors are coming in the country. Now, what advantage we as a practicing chartered accountants, or what advantage we as an MSME unit, aspirant of an MSME unit can take with the growth, what is happening in the nation, which we are going to discuss. If we miss this time, then there is no opportunity in future for us. This is the right time. This is the only time that if we help the MSME unit in the country, we contribute, we get ourselves involved in the MSME growth. I'm sure that our practice as an MSME business solution provider will increase. If we see our revenue, I think if you enter into this area of practice and start providing consultancy to MSME unit, your revenue side will be more than 50% of your artist function. And when I'm using this word, I'm using this word or this statement after 33 years of MSME practitioner in the state of Maharashtra. Use opportunities are available. A to Z MSME business solution program. I have used the A to Z, जो अपना ABCD है 26 alphabets. I have used those alphabets to provide in front of you how each word we can provide MSME solutions, MSME support, MSME mentoring to the MSME in the country. The analysis of financial statement and ratio interpretation. Analysis of financial statement. MSME may be preparing their balance sheet, but how to interpret those financial statements, that can be done as a business solution provider, whether we are making profit, whether we are in growth pattern or not. So financial ratio calculation, benchmarking and industry analysis, interpretation of ratio. Most people may be aware about the ratio, but how to interpret? A chartered accountant can very well interpret the ratio. Financial forecasting, the CMA preparation, the forecasting preparation based on the actual work done by the MSME in the country, continuous monitoring and reporting, which is lacking in case of MSME. A chartered accountant, if he become experts, if he support the MSME in continuous monitoring, maybe in the role of a virtual CFO or a person who is having day-to-day support in the MSME sector. Accounting, you all know that we can do accounting work, and most of the MSME, they are taking help of practicing chartered accountant in taluka places, small towns, with the help of this, because nowadays accounting is not debit and credit. It has become a technical work due to GST, input, credit, purchase, TDS, TCS. So even we can help the MSME units by way of accounting work, accurate record keeping and financial reporting, because banks needs on weekly or say monthly basis, quarterly basis, the information, tax planning and optimization, advanced tax planning, TDS payment, TCS payment, and GST compliance. These are our traditional work with what we are asset management for MSME. Normally, no MSME must be doing this activity, which as a business solution provider to MSME, we can do this work of asset management, whether the assets are necessary. There are certain other aspects also in asset management, which I am not going to explain because I have 200 slides, but I am just taking you to the topic, asset management, audit services. Normally we are doing, all of us, we are doing audit services, but we as a business solution provider, balance sheet preparations on weekly basis, quarterly basis, monthly basis, 6 monthly basis, or evaluation by the financial institution, or preparations of our advanced tax calculation, bank finance. Very important role of practicing chartered accountant or a business solution can, as a business solution provider to MSME is concerned. Normally, while a MSME approaches to the bankers, they are reluctant to give any finance because the proposal, the DPR is not prepared in the way it is required to be submitted before the sanctioning authority. The branch manager may not have the power more than 10 lakh, 15 lakh. And I am, as a CA, we are aware the power rests with the higher authority, the higher the proposal. But if we go with a complete file before the bankers, I assure you that the bank proposal, with the help of a chartered accountant who is well versed with the ecosystem of loan processing by financial institution, the loan proposal will either be sanctioned or rejected within a period of 15 days. At least in principle, sections can be given. So financial diagnosis can be prepared, loan proposal powerhouse, negotiation ninja. A chartered accountant is aware about the rate of interest applicable subject to certain percentage of collateral securities. There are certain schemes of the central and state government which may not be aware about by the branch manager. But if a chartered accountant is aware about the various schemes which is applicable for agro-based industries, which are applicable for women entrepreneurs, which are applicable for handicapped people, or which are applicable for the youth, they can very well discuss with the branch manager that my proposal fits under Mudra, PMEGP, CMEGP, or Agriculture Infrastructure Fund scheme, or CGT-MSE scheme. So that power, or that bargaining power, negotiations power, remains with the CA if he is aware about the MSME schemes. Ultimately, the promoter, the MSME, is going to benefit with our advice beyond the loan. We don't just sanction the loan, we are providing certification, we are providing document registration with the registrar of stamps, because see, normally a chartered accountant मैंने bank sanction loan, bank sanction letter ला दिया. I don't think that is the work. That is, oh, no doubt it is an important work, but beyond that, see, just getting the sanction letter from the bank does not mean your term loan will be started immediately. The document has to be created, the stamp duty has to be paid, the document has to be registered with the registrar where mortgage is taken place. If it is in industrial estate, tri-party agreement, say consent letter for mortgage are required to be taken, agreement are required to be executed. So what I suggest to the chartered accountants community, do extra mileage work, extra work. What we are doing at present, we are not supposed to just get the sanction letter in the hand of the promoter of MSME. Beyond that, there are certain work. Even if the loan is repaid fully, then also our role as a chartered accountant is there: satisfaction of charge, clearance of document, removal of charge on the property by the municipal corporation on 712 extract or city survey extract. That services also we can provide, and I'm finding that if we provide such type of services, the MSME get reliefs, because they are not aware. They go here to there to get their problem solved. B for budgeting and forecasting. As I told you, we can prepare the budgets, we can forecast based on the actual financial statement, credit monitoring arrangement, CMA data. Normally what happens, once the cash credit limit is sanctioned, the bank review the cash credit limits on annual basis. For that, the bank needs the projections, working capital assessment, CMA data, net worth certificate of the promoters. Then on that basis, the rate of interest is set. So here also a chartered accountant can become business solution provider to the MSME unit by preparing the forecast, the CMA data in banking format, renewal of cash credit on timely basis so that no penal action will be initiated against the MSME for not renewal of credit. Banks on its own is behind the MSME. They need the information. They ask the information from the MSME in the form of CMA data, in the form of balance sheet, in the form of net worth certificate, in the form of search report of the search report of the property, which is already given in each 3 years. The banks normally take the fresh search report and fresh valuation of the properties, and then sensitivity analysis. These are all to be done by chartered accountant as a business solution provider. Company services for MSME, we are doing that work. Role of a CA in MSME company, compliances. Normally what happens, I have seen in the case of farmer producer company, the farmer producer companies are more vulnerable for non-compliance of submission of documents with the registrar of companies, because normally these farmer producers companies are established by the farmers. But here, as a practicing CA, we can provide them well services for compliances with related to the registrar of companies. Credit guarantee, CGT MSE scheme. We know, if we get acquainted, there is a portal, you can make an online application for sanction of CGT MSE loan, where a promoter who is a young generation entrepreneur or first generation entrepreneur may not be having collateral security. In that case, if we approach to a bank with this CGT MSE proposal, we can become a supporter to the young entrepreneur, first generation entrepreneur. Champion portal for MSME. The MSME ministry at central government, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, has come out with a champion portal. Reach out, if there is a complaint, reach out to a champion portal, www.champion.gov.in, scan the QR code with your specific grievance and avail the expert solution. And here you will get the response within 48 hours. If an MSME is facing any issue, whether it relates to pollution control clearance, whether it relates to getting Udyam registration, whether it relates to bank finance or any clarification, you can approach to MSME champion portal, which is developed by Ministry of Micro Small Enterprises, from where you will get your grievances solved. Due diligence, we can prepare due diligence, financial due diligence, employee benefits, tax due diligence, legal due diligence as a business solution provided. Debt restructuring for MSME. Suppose an MSME is finding difficult to pay its installment, term loan installment on due dates. If even they want to have more cash credit limit, they want to shift to from one bank to another bank. In that case, debt restructuring is undertaken, where a practicing CA can provide support to MSME. Derivatives valuations of various types of, examining financial records of MSME, internal control, fraud risk assessment, IT systems and control reviews. There are certain chartered accountants who are DISA part or having forensic audit or internal audit qualifications. We can network. See, today's topic is also about networking among the chartered accountants. So we chartered accountants scattered all over India, we have specialized activities. Since I am in MSME practice, somebody may be in forensic, some may be in DISA practice, some may be in system practice, some may be bank proposal practice. If we integrate all the professionals, expert chartered accountant in the country, we can provide a single window services to MSME in the form of various activities. Exit strategy planning for MSME. I have seen normally a flourishing entrepreneur is a darling of any chartered accountant because he is paying him. But if a MSME unit to whom you have developed or to whom you are supported by way of funding, by way of consultancy, and due to certain reason, maybe due to sudden death in the family, due to not acceptance of the product by the community or in the market, or maybe some other reasons, the promoter is not able to run its factory successfully and the accounts become NPA or he is facing problem, then in such situations also, we as an MSME consultant or as a chartered accountant, as a business solution provider, has very great role to play for exit strategy. Whether it is for liquidation, whether it is for bankruptcy, whether it is for we can select or we can search any buyer in the market to transfer the property. So merger and acquisition. So exit strategy also can be done by chartered accountants who are as a business solution provider. Estate planning for MSME. I think this topic is very important from my point of view as an MSME consultant. I find throughout India, 99%, as in our profession also, 70% of the practicing chartered accountants are in proprietorship. Only 30% are in partnership or LLP and having multiple partnership firms, or say multiple location, multiple partners. Similarly, in the case of MSME unit, whether it is micro, small and medium enterprises, I find number of units which are under the constitution as an individual or as a proprietor. But if you see the succession planning of the industry, and particularly where an industry is established in State Industrial Development Corporation, whether it is GIDC, Gujarat Industries Development Corporation, whether it is MIDC, that is Maharashtra Industrial, if the unit is established in Industrial Development Corporation, the plot is allotted on lease basis. It is not on ownership basis. The plot is allotted on lease basis to the proprietor. Just imagine what happens if the proprietor expires. Just imagine. And now under all the licenses are PAN based, whether it is GST, whether it is Udyam registration, whether it is FSI license, whether it is pollution control clearance, you name the license, it is PAN based. And if suppose all of a sudden the proprietor of the unit gets expired, and in COVID I have faced number of issues, number of cases has come to my my office to solve the issues of the promoter who has expired, who was a proprietor. And he has no brother, only wife, one daughter, one son, and mother and father. Then he has to approach to the court to get the succession certificate. And the court issue the succession certificate in the name of father, mother, wife, son, and daughter. What should be the constitution of that unit? How to get the plot transferred from individual to 6 persons? The succession certificate has name in the name of 6 persons. So here we play very important. And I always suggest my clients to have manufacturing unit in partnership constitution. If Mr. GB Modi is planning to have a unit in proprietorship, and if he want to have the control, why not I should take 1% my wife as my partner in my MSME. Here we as a practicing CA and MSME can play a very great role while selecting the constitution of the unit, that is estate planning. And I urge all the CAs who are listening to me and all the MSME units, if you have any client who is in, see, trading, no issue, because trading you can dispose of the stock in the market, no issue. But in the case of manufacturing enterprises, the fixed asset, plant, machinery, electrical installation, compound wall, licenses, labor license, then provident fund, way and bridge license, weight and measurement license, so many license, all license are linked to your PAN card. Here also it can be a problem solution as well as an opportunity to practicing chartered accountant. In such case, we can play a very great role to support a person who is facing such issue. But if you have any existing clients with you, you can suggest, sir, you are alive. There is no guarantee whether tomorrow you will live in this world or not. Better transfer your proprietorship manufacturing unit by forming a partnership under the Partnership Act or by the or having any other type of constitution, so that in your future your successor will get the right to get that property in their name. Forensic audit for MSME, and it is our traditional area of practice. If any fraud has happened, we can become a business solution provided. FDI, foreign direct trade policy for MSME, export, import, and certain cold storages, 100% foreign direct investment is permitted. Post credit, pre-shipment credit. So even for MSME, we as a practicing CA can become F for foreign trade policy. Financial advisory services, which relates to wealth management, banking consultation, pro-investment advisory services, stock market, mutual funds, insurance assessment. Normally, the insurance of fixed assets, work in process, stock is undertaken. Here also, we can save or become a financial advisor to the MSME in the country. goods and service tax we are doing. This is a traditional area of practice. Government contract procurement for MSME. Now it is my very interesting topic. Whenever I read the newspaper, I don't read what Shah Rukh Khan has done and what the opposition has done. I read the tender notification by state, central governments and private enterprises which are floated. It may be for construction related work, it may be for infrastructure project, or it may be for purchase of equipment or whatever it may be. If you are aware about the contract, normally what happens, your MSME clients is not having the time, whether they are proprietor, partner, they may not be reading the national, international or local newspaper. But if we read the newspaper, we come to know such a contract has been, or such a tender has been floated by the government. And if we support the promoters of the MSME unit, this contract or this tender is suitable for you, why don't you file this tender? There are electricity, say various electricity contracts are floated, various construction contracts are floated. So we can help our MSME clients by reading, by evaluation, downloading, verifying the terms and condition. Normally, the MSME clients cannot evaluate the tender, and they are not aware how to file the tender, how to fulfill the terms and conditions of the tender. And I'm telling you on account of my experience that I have got number of opportunities in this area of practice, that is downloading the tender, reading the tender, and then finding appropriate customer or client. See, there is no bar from institute that you are violating the terms and conditions. If you are aware about certain tender, and if you find in your city, in your circle, or in your known person that some builder is there who is constructing bridges and one more contract has come, just forward, sir, for your information, this tender has come. What will happen? He will come to you. Mr. Modi, you have helped me. I am not aware that this tender has come. See whether I am eligible to file this tender. Immediately, if you go to the terms and conditions, the turnover criteria and the eligibility criteria, what will happen? He will tell you, "Arey sir, ye tender aap mujhe, you just help me to fill this tender, and you will get the opportunity to serve the client." Normally, a chartered accountant asks me how to enter into this area. See, there is ready opportunity available in the market. Only you have to keep your mind open that how these MSME can be benefited. Our benefit, see, ultimately what the Honorable Pradhan Sevak, I sabse aakhri mein. My benefit you keep always last. You always think how you can contribute to the profitability, how you can contribute to the MSME to get his own profits. So planning, need assessment, specification, market research, then filing the bidding, evaluation and monitoring after successful implementation. GEM portal, government e-marketplace, efficient, transparent and inclusive. See, I have seen number of manufacturers in the country. Here the buyer and the seller both are onboarded. The buyer is the government department, whether it is a central, state government department. Even our services as a practicing chartered accountant are available. Any contract having value more than 3 lakh rupees has to be done through GEM portal, is the compulsion by the central and state government department. So here we can help our MSME original equipment manufacturers or as a practicing chartered accountant. And eMSME Sarthi can do these services because they are already in MSME services. They have used team in their offices. So they can take the advantage, and they are techno savvy. They can monitor the tenders floated by various state and central government departments, and through your portal you push the tenders to the prospective clients which are onboarded with you, you are aware. So this way you can grow your practice. That is GEM services, getting registration of the MSME, vendor assessment, catalog creation, tendering support. Whenever a MSME wants to see under Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, number of municipal corporations has floated a tender for purchase of dustbins. But most of the manufacturers who are procuring or who are manufacturing dustbin, that plastic dustbin manufacturers may not be aware about the GEM portal. And it is compulsory that the tender, and nowadays these tenders are not appearing in newspapers because they are above 3 lakh rupees. Then how to go know about this GEM services? Here, we as an MSME business solution provider can play. Any one of you, a group of chartered accountants, a network of chartered accountant is there, may not be a partner in a firm. But if you assign that one Mr. X is in charge of GEM services out of our network, then what will happen? He will become expert in GEM services. And he will give the input to the 100 chartered accountants who are in their network. Such a tender has been floated. If you have any client, just percolate the matter so that ultimately the network gets the benefits. So GEM services, guarantees and indemnities that we know, banks guarantees, hedging strategies for MSME in case of foreign funding, foreign loans, human resource accounting. It's a very important topic. Normally MSME don't take into consideration the attrition, the turnaround of the employees in MSME is high. But if we guide the MSME, the importance of human resources in their enterprises, they will be helped. Historical financial analysis, we are doing this. That is also a possibility. As I told you, CMA data. Similarly, whatever information based on past record, how we can reduce our bank loan interest. Normally once the bank, but if you know that my financial position, my ratios, my sales, my turnover has improved, my profitability has improved, now my debt equity, my equity is more than my the debt, you can approach to the bankers and say, please change my rate of interest which is applicable to me. Investment planning, if the MSME is having extra funds, where to invest, whether to make expansion, whether to do diversifications, in which market they should enter, where they should invest their extra fund which are not immediately required, we as a MSME consultant can help them under the insolvency and bankruptcy for MSME. Again, an exit policy. Normally, I don't think much of the chartered accountants are taking care. But here also I find a satisfaction. May not be getting that much professional fee, but here if we help them, what will happen? He will approach to another, sir, this chartered accountant having office at so and so has helped me, guided me a lot to come out of stress, and my house which was mortgaged to the bank has been saved by him. My property has fetched at a very appropriate rate. He has found for me alternate buyer, and out of the bank settlement has been taken place. Here I am not provocating or advocating that they should help the borrower, how the NPA can be settled with by paying minimum amount to the bank. But solving the exit policy by insolvency and bankruptcy, internal audit, normal process, judicial accounting, joint venture formations. See, two friends are coming together, two contractors are coming together, because in individual capacity, see, there are certain tenders which are floated by National Highway Authority of India or by the Public Works Department or Central Public Works Department for various types of government buildings, school, colleges, bridges. In that case, in individual capacity, the contractor may not be eligible because he is not fulfilling the terms and conditions. But in that case, as we practicing chartered accountant are permitted to have a network of firms, legal network of firms with ICAI guidelines. Here also we can suggest our clients who are MSME, why don't you form a joint venture to complete a particular contract, and once the contract is completed, you can close the joint venture. So here also we can help the individual clients to come together to become an aggregator to get the contract assigned in their favor. So that is joint venture formation as a business solution provider, opportunity for charter. Job costing and accounting, as a student of costing, we know how to value the raw material, how to value the finished product, what cost I should present, at what rate I should sell in the market, and today's in competitive world, how to reduce my cost of production. That is, and whether I should produce myself or whether I should get it produced from on job work basis. That analysis a chartered accountant can do on marginal costing basis, on job accounting basis. Key accounts management for MSME, that customer data analysis, recovery analysis, contract on all these things. Knowledge process outsourcing. Nowadays there are KPOs and BPOs in the country. Here also a chartered accountant can become a knowledge process outsourcing. Consultancy, MLMS, product development, IT, insurance, like that. Kickstart and crowdfunding supply, that is for startups. Land identification and allotment for MSME. This is very important topic in my opinion. Land identification allotment for MSME. If you ask me, and by experience I am telling, giving in front of you, 99% of the chartered accountants are not doing this. And what happens, a promoter, if he wants to establish a unit, he himself approaches to various landowners and asks, "Arey, mujhe industry dalna hai, I need a 5-acre or 20-acre land. This is private land." And if he wants to have the land in, say, State Industrial Development Corporation, like GIDC, MIDC, MPIDC, HHIDC, say Karnataka Industrial Development Corporation, Goa Industrial Development Corporation, they approaches to the regional manager or to the local MIDC officer, who may not be aware about how to get the land allotted. They are very junior officers. But here, if a firm of whatever size it may be, a proprietorship, a partnership firm, and they specialize in land identification and allotment of land for MIDC, whether it is a private land or it is a State Industrial Development Corporation. I think we, as a practicing as a business solution provider to MSME, can give maximum services. And I find particularly a promoter he wants to establish the unit. And if you ask me, there are number of departments, number of regulatory license, number of documents to be fulfilled. Normally, as a traditional practitioner, we say, no, this is not my responsibility. Or land allotment is you have to go to the revenue department, get the document prepared, then get the 712 extract and verify the documents, then get the land measured, fix the boundaries, then get the plan approval, get the fire NOC cleared, get the building plan approval. But as an MSME business solution provider, you can have a network with your own firm, that there are some architect, there are some stamp vendor, there are advocates, there are any consultant associated with you. So what will happen, you can have in-house facility for your promoters to get the purchase document prepared, a stamp vendor to fix the how much stamp duty is payable, to get that purchase document registered with the registrar of stamp where the land is purchased, get the 712 extract updated, get the layout plan or the boundaries measured by the Talati, circle, or whatever officers are there. You will ask me, Mr. Modi, this is not our job. But as an MSME consultant, if you want to grow your traditional practice, this practice you have to start. Otherwise, you cannot become an MSME consultant. If you want to become a complete business solution provider, I can't say you can have 100% or single window clearance in your office. But if you are providing 30%, 20%, or say 50% of the services to MSME, I think the MSME will be very happy that 99 or say 50%, 40% problems are solved in your own office. And when you are having such type of services, the satisfaction, the workflow, the stimulus, or the way you are providing services to MSME will be accepted in the market at very well. and the MSME who has got these services from your firm, your company or your office, they will become spokespersons for upcoming new MSME, and automatically your MSME practice will grow automatically. Due diligence and feasibility analysis while selecting the land. Titles assess land suitability for intended use through property inspection, title searches, and environmental evaluation. Analyze financial feasibility, project cost, compliance and regulatory, financial structuring and funding. See what happened there. I have seen in my day-to-day life, MSME normally what they do, if you see, they purchase the land in their individual capacity. See, I have purchased the land in the name of wife. Now I am establishing in the unit in the name of son. Then what will happen? You know, the land belongs to X. In law, the wife is a separate legal entity and the son is a separate legal entity. So if the land belongs to wife and a son is establishing a unit, then what happens? The land has to be given to the son on long lease basis, or it cannot be a legal constitution because the land, see, the bank wants to create mortgage on the land because bank is funding to the son. So here we can guide by before purchasing the land, you first decide under what constitution you want to establish the unit. Who is the owner of your factory? Whether in individual capacity, no, he says, no, I have purchased the land in my wife, they are my family members. Why it is required to be, or we three, my son, my wife, and myself is the landowner, and now we have formed a partnership firm of three. So partners and the landowners are same. But we as a practicing CA know that three persons, if they are purchasing the land jointly, it is a individual jointly held land. It does not automatically becomes the land of the partnership firm, because in 712 extract in revenue records, the name of the landowners are three owners, not the partnership firms. But this is a normal defect which I experience in my day-to-day life. And then ultimately they have to pay the stamp duty again to transfer the land in the name of the constitution from individual to firm, though the land remains in the family itself. Or ultimately they say, chalo theek hai, land ko hum lease pe de dete. If they give the land on long lease, then the same stamp duty is required to be paid. Then what is the use? Better give the land to the partnership firm. Here what will happen? Estate planning. In future, suppose one of the landowner expires, then his legal heirs will be admitted as the owner of land. Then what happens? By the time 20, 30 years after, there may be 100 legal owners of the land which is given on lease. So this is a normal defect which I found in the industry, and here an MSME practitioner and an MSME consultant, we play very important role. Here, though it may pinch the promoters of the unit, sir, you are telling me to transfer the land, though it belongs to my wife in the name of my firm, I am supposed to pay the stamp duty. ये गलती आपको करनी पड़ेगी. The stamp duty you have to pay. No excuse for that. Because if you see over the period 30 years, I have seen number of issues in my day-to-day. That's why this land identification and allotment for MSME is a very, very important work which a chartered accountant can help to the promoters of the units. Never ever purchase the land in individual capacity and establish the unit in partnership, private limited, LLP capacity. Huge problems will be there in future terms. Legal and regulatory compliances, understanding the applicable laws and regulation, Land Sealing Act, then say pollution control clearance, conducting due diligence, whether the property is clear, title clear, whether it is in yellow zone, green zone, whether it is a residential zone. I have seen number of promoters, they are purchasing a land in residential zone and planning to establish a manufacturing unit. How it is possible? If you are doing commercial activity, then the land should be commercial NA. If it is in industrial activity, then it should be industrial NA. But such type of mistakes are done. Partnering with legal expert, what I told you, networking with various professional experts. He may be an architect, he may be a chartered engineer, he may be a chartered mechanical engineer, he may be electrical contractor, he may be solar expert. Have a network of partners, have a network of professional in your MSME practice, so that you will get first-hand knowledge, first-hand information to help the MSME. Implementing robust, maintaining transparency and communication, limited liability partnership or ML, that we are doing day to day. We are aware about the limited management accounting normally for MSME having turnover about 30 crore, 40 crore, 50 crore, or say 100 crore. Normally, I have seen that in official part of India or Bharat, you name the town, you name the city, a 50,000 and 1 lakh population city also, a petrol pump owner, a fertilizer, seed fertilizer, and electronic, they are having turnover 100 crore, 50 crore, 80 crore rupees. What we don't see in Mumbai. Small edible oil manufacturing units, fertilizers traders, wholesalers, medicine wholesalers, they are having turnover ranging from 50 crore to 100 crore. Or small manufacturer in food processing industries, huge turnover is there. 100 crore is a normal turnover in my opinion nowadays. So here management accounting can be done. Merger and acquisition for MSME in case of exit policy, in case of diversification, in case of job work, in case of expansion in the capacity of the MSME. Market research and analysis can also be done on behalf of MSME by the practicing CAs. New business formation and structuring, as I told you, whether I should go into, and normally in official part of Bharat, what I have seen, the first generation entrepreneurs, they come and they says me, sir, mujhe private limited company banani hai, and I want to have a unit of 5 lakh rupees. Why you are preparing such a huge constitution? Why you want to prepare? Why you want to go in a private limited company? You can start the unit as a proprietor also, because your capex is not more than 5 lakh and you are not expecting a turnover more than 50 lakh rupees. Then why? No, sir, that private limited has a status. So here we can play a very important role as an MSME business solution provider. Yeah, you start with your proprietorship, grow it up to partnership, and slowly go to the higher constitution. Why initially you are, see, it is very easy to form the private limited company, but very difficult to dissolve. And you know the consequences of non-compliance of company law requirement. So here also business formation and structuring very important role is played by chartered accountants. Aim for national single window system. The Honorable Commerce Minister, our own colleague CA Piyush Goyal, under Ministry of Commerce and Industries, Department of Industrial Promotion and Internal Trade, has developed a portal at national level under which all the state governments are onboarded, and a single window clearance system has been developed. We as a CA, as a business solution provider, as an MSME consultant or mentor, if we use this software, I think we can help in a great way to the MSME in the country by using this software, by taking the services through this single window software. Online business accounting, that is KPO, BPO services, overseas business expansion, cross-border or MSME, operational audit and review, that is our traditional partnership services. I find great opportunity in this. We as a chartered accountant can become a great business solution provider to partnership firms in the country. See, normally what happens, you know, in Mumbai or anywhere in India or Bharat, you go to, the partnership firms are required to be registered if you want to take the loan from banks. And you see number of times the documents are rejected due to various reasons. And here I got such a issue that a person, the entire original partners have expired. They have executed number of admission cum retirement deed, but none of the deeds are updated with the registrar of firms. And now the MSME is finding problems that he is not getting his loan renewed because of not updation of record, or the name of the partner has completely changed, whereas at present a new partner, though the firm is registered, but it is not updated. And here, as a business solution provider to MSME, and this happens in the case when they want to dispose of the assets. When a partner has expired, when a dispute arises between the partners, and where a debt is not become recoverable from the market and a court suit has to be filed. Here, as a business solution provider to MSME, having constitution as a partnership firm, we can play a very great role. Some registrar of firms have become online. It is not a central portal. The registration, the act is central, the Indian Partnership Act, but the registration of partnership is a state subject because the rules are framed by the states. And registering the partnership deed is a very big job, and here you will find a great role to play in case of MSME as a partnership business solution provider, getting their partnership registration done on as and when there is a change occurs happens in the partnership deed. And there are long pending list of disputes or pending documents. Each document has to be updated to get the partnership updated today. Here, we as a practicing CA can private equity again for startups, pollution control services. You will ask me, sir, we have never read in our CA syllabus about the MPCB or GPCB or Central Pollution Control Board clearance. ये हमें कहाँ कौन सी practice में लेके जाए? It's not possible. It is not our forte. We have never done these services. But sir, I am also like you as a practicing chartered accountant. In my syllabus, in my age, when I have passed in 1989, I have never heard the MSME and never heard about the pollution control board. But here, we as an MSME solution provider can provide excellent services because the portal, each and every state government, because pollution clearance is a state subject. There are certain industries where central environment clearance is required. Central government CPC, Central Pollution Control Board clearances are required. But there are certain entities which are in orange category, green category, or having minimum say hazardous waste, then they are under red category. The pollution control clearance in the form of consent to establish and consent to operate is required to be taken by the MSME unit. And I think this is the biggest challenging work, biggest hindrance, biggest problem to the MSME to get the pollution control consent from the State Pollution Control Board. I can't say this is a very easy job, but it has created a mindset in the promoters that it is very difficult to get. It is not so. Though the name is pollution control, it does not mean all the units are facing problems or all the units are supposed to fulfill the guidelines to control the pollutions. It's a very easy procedure, and if any chartered accountant with the help of any expert in say pollution clearance services, again networking, here again a networking, I can't say a chartered accountant with a tax consultancy or a chartered accountant in say internal audit or bank audit can enter into the pollution control department. Here you must have a vertical, a service in your office, a section in your office, a department in your office who will provide these consultancy services, again a non-traditional area. But a huge income generating opportunity by MSME's business solution provider as a practitioner in pollution control clearance services. This is required to be renewed each year in the case of red category. This is required to be renewed after 2 years in case of orange category, and in the case of green category it is required to be renewed after 3 years. So it is again and again services like our tax audit or as a company audit or as an income tax practice. Here certain practices are recurring practices. If the unit is making diversification, if the unit is making expansion, again the consent to establish and again the consent to operate. Use opportunities. And I find, see, if you search, if you ask any MSME how you got the pollution control department, you will come to know what problem he must have faced. What problem he must, and you may not be aware at present. Yeah, I know certain person who is a master in pollution control clearances, but by experience, by continuity in the practice, by say 10 year or I was doing this MSME or say pollution control clearance services right from 1995 till date. We are providing this consultancy. This is an online portal, and I find no problem in getting the pollution control clearances from the state pollution control board. I'm not approached to central pollution control board, but if you network with certain experts in this area, you can help your MSME consultancy services. Quotations and tendering support. As I told you, how to fill up the tender, how to bid, what cost I should bid, what document compliances I must do, that we can also do. Quality management system for MSME. Again, how to measure the quality to get our product become competitive in the market, cost benefit analysis, resource allocation, financial reporting. We have seen our costing topic, this departmentalization and analysis of cost, quantification of intangible assets. We may not be able to ascertain the goodwill of our product, the patent, the trademark registration, the valuations of our business. Here also we as a CA can provide registration services for MSME, whether it is trademark, whether it is tax, copyright, patent registration, we can provide. Receivable management, very important topic for MSME. Normally, see, MSMEs dues are not paid by mega, ultra mega projects on timely basis. They may not be aware. They are getting working capital stress. But here, as a MSME service provider, if we have this type of services to MSME, and see, this is a requirement of the MSME. When I am presenting in front of you, I'm representing more than 1,000 MSME in front of you, because I have mentored, I have supported under my consultancy more than 1,000 units has been given consultancy to get their project implemented, get them subsidy sanctioned from central and state government departments. They need our services, and if we provide, we have a vertical in your office, we can do real estate accounting and taxation. Normally, if you ask any proprietor, his house is never included in his balance sheet. A proprietor never have his individual balance sheet. A salary earners, I have never seen that he is having a balance sheet, individual balance sheet. A proprietor may be having his proprietorship firm balance sheet along with his individual balance sheet. I normally suggest in my office that you as an individual should have a separate balance sheet, and you as a proprietor of a petrol pump should have a separate balance sheet, and in your capital asset side, capital in petrol pump should be disclosed. What happens in individual or is his proprietorship balance sheet, is mutual funds, is silver, gold, house, car, bungalow, plot, agriculture land, is never disclosed. And now you know, under this annual information report, everything is pan linked. Then what happens? Here also we can help the MSME units how to prepare the balance sheet, how to account the real estate in the books of accounts. Securities and investment banking against that financial planning, succession planning for MSME. Very, very important topic. At this 33 year of practice, I have established the unit of the young promoters at the age of 22. Now their children are coming to me that they want to start a new manufacturing enterprise. Here, that's why I told you initially, never have a proprietorship unit in manufacturing where the capex is more than 2 crore, 3 crore, 5 crore. Because you have building plan, you have license, you have factory license, you have pollution control clearance. How to succeed that industry to your legal heirs? People think that they will never die. They accumulate the asset in such a way, slow, easily. Arey, mere naam se unit dal do. What is wrong with that? You can suggest him, better sir, you can have a partnership because in succession it will be useful for you. And you know, by Supreme Court judgment, a two-person partnership and one partner expires, then it is deemed to be proprietorship. So always suggest while forming a partnership that at least have 3 partners or 4 partners in the partnership. So succession planning for MSME, sustainability reporting and assurance, very important topic nowadays due to sustainability reporting by corporates, importance of climatic conditions in the country. Tax planning normally we are doing. TEV report, techno-economic viability reports for promoters of MSME units. Here also we can have a network, we can prepare such a report. Some of the chartered accountants, I have seen number of chartered accountants who are in project funding. But if you ask the promoter, project report banane ke liye diya hua, I have given the project report to my chartered accountants, and normally finds a chartered accountant firm normally takes more than 1-2 months to get the project report prepared. I think there can be a special or a specialized services by a group of chartered accountants with the help of MBAs. If you recruit 3-4 MBAs in your office, they may be from marketing side, they may be from technology side, they may be from administration side, they may be from banking, MBA in bank finance, MBA in marketing, MBA in administration, MBA in say production. With the help of such a team, there can be a specialized chartered accountant firms who we can just draft a techno-economic viability report or can prepare a project report, theory as well as financials. And I find that most of the promoters, even the practicing chartered accountant firm who are in funding, who are doing project funding work, they find it very difficult to get the project report prepared. And don't prepare the project report for bank purpose. Normally 80% or say 90% of the project reports are prepared to get the bank loan sanction. What I suggest as a business solution provider to MSME, prepare the project report which is based on facts and figures, which is supported by quotations, which are supported by estimates, which are supported by raw material cost, which is supported by the capacity of the machinery, which is having the exact electricity consumption, how much labors are required, how much raw material is required, what will be the yield of the finished product by consumption of the raw material. You know, in case of cotton ginning and pressing, the raw material is cotton, but how much will be the lint and how much will be the cotton seed produced by processing the raw cotton. Similarly, in the case of say oil mill, how much oil will be extracted from cotton cake, say groundnuts, cotton seed, raida, chili, or soybean seeds. That expertise we need, and that's why it is a specialized job, in my opinion, to prepare the TEV reports. Tendering services, I told you, it's a very fancy job for me, and I got a huge opportunity, and so many MSMEs, so many contractors, so many builders, so many say suppliers of commodities have joined me because I am providing these services in my office. There is one person recruited in my office who is providing exclusive services to file the tenders on behalf of builders, developers, or say suppliers. How to fill, how to analyze the tender, to verify the tender, to bid the amount, what amount should be. See, in a recent year, last year or 2020-21, during COVID period, the Ministry of Petroleum, Government of India has come out with a tender for allotment of petrol pumps in the country. 55,000 petrol pumps are allocated all over India by oil companies. Can you imagine how much tenders I have submitted by reading those tenders? More than 500 tenders we have submitted on behalf of various petrol pump intender or prospective people all over India. And each one to them I have told, अरे मेरे नाम से tender भरना है, submit the tender as a proprietorship. Again, petrol pump license is issued to the person who is owing the tender. Never have the petrol pump in individual capacity, because it's a government allotted license. I suggested them, instead of submitting the tender as a proprietor, you submit the tender as a proposed partnership. Proposed partnership, no need to form the partnership. Once the tender is allocated, once the petrol pump is allotted, then I will prepare the partnership. Then I will give the partnership deed. Hence, we as a business solution provider can play a great role in the life of MSME while tendering, because we know accountancy, we know the consequences of succession, we know the future, we know the banking, we know how to get the loan sanction, how to get the permissions from various departments. Hence, tendering is a very important topic. Normally, we don't take into consideration as a MSME business solution. Here, great opportunities are available. Underwriting, due diligence for MSME, again, in case of public issues, unclaimed assets, there are certain assets which remain unclaimed because of the disputes of partners. They remains idle in NPA, in State Industrial Development Corporation. You find number of assets lying unutilized units. Here, if you become arbitration, conciliation, and mentorship services to the legal heirs of the people of the disputing party, the unclaimed assets or assets lying idle can be sold in the market as an MSME consultant by we as a business solution provider. Unlisted securities valuation. Again, now valuation of the unlisted securities. Venture capital, very important topic as far as the nowadays number of schemes from central government, state government, venture capitals are made available for various types of upcoming first generations, women entrepreneurs or startups in the country. So we as a chartered accountant in MSME can become business solution provider. Virtual CFO services. See, big companies, big corporates, or corporates having turnover more than 100, 200 CR, they can afford to appoint virtual or say full-time chief financial officer. But what will happen in the case of small enterprises or micro units having turnover of 5 to 10 crore? Those are traditional businessmen, or say a person who is illiterate but is successfully running his business because of his struggle and because of his कई तो मैन्युफैक्चरर ऐसे जो खुद ही फैक्ट्री में एज ए फीटर का काम करते, they themselves become the employee in the firm, but their unit is flourishing because by virtue of उनके फादर के साथ उन्होंने काम किया था, so he knows how to manufacture a product, he has a skill in his hand, or he may be aware about, and he has himself developed the machinery of his unit, may not be aware about the financial matters, how to manage my financial, how to take my financial decisions, may not be able to afford a full-time chartered accountant or full-time chief financial officer in this firm. We as a business solution provider can become virtual CFO, visiting once in a month, twice in a month, or providing online services, having control on his financial decision. We can become a philosopher, guide, mentor to such type of promoters who cannot afford to have full-time CFO services or full-time financial officer in his enterprises. So CFO services, valuation of assets, valuation of services. Again, our wealth management. Again, a very important topic. He has number of wealth. He has agriculture land. He has plots. He has investment in flats. He may have investment in residential plots. He may have investment in, say, bank FDs, mutual funds. How to manage? Because he is a proprietor. He may not be aware about all these things. So, as a business solution provider, we can manage his health. There are so many companies in Bharat which are providing this service, whistleblowing and fraud investigations. So here again, a very big role, whistleblower program, investigation, forensic accounting, expert internet, winding up, exit policy. Again, as I told you. So I am using ABCD. Now we have come up to W. Just imagine 1.5 hours is there and we are just using the alphabets about services. Virag sir, I am going properly. I just want to have some change. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please continue, sir. Going better. Sir.
Properly.
No perfect, perfect, sir.
So, thank you, sir. Thank you. So, winding up, supporting legal and financial compliance, as I told you, exit policy. Here, if a particular chartered accountant firms take care of that, we are expert in, say, closed units, how to dispose of, how to put the promoter, protect the promoter from litigities of closed units. Bank is having the possession of the assets, labor's dues are pending, environment clearances are not there, land, so many, say, GST department has taken the taken the charge, or they have informed to the land, or on the land record their charges are there. So how to solve this issue is a big job, and we as a business solution provider can enter into such type of practices where we can have on our panel the legal advocates who are experts, the bankers who are expert in NPA resolutions, the say land brokers, or say there are certain scrap purchasers. I have bidded one proposal in Bombay High Court in 1995, one closed unit in Jalgaon, and I have seen number of people who are scrap purchasers, particularly from some scrap buyers. They are also bidding. So I just asked him why you are bidding in this Bombay High Court in liquidation process of this land. Sir, there is a huge potential of steel. I have estimated that the steel cost, when I will dismantle this factory, I will get 2 crore rupees of steel, which will be a scrap. And once I will dismantle, the steel will be sold in the market, and then I will sold the land in this rate. Still, I will make a profit. So this type of businesses are in existence. So here also, I'm not telling that we should become the scrap seller, but we can have a team of people in our office who will be some legal experts, some bankers who can help the promoter to negotiate with the bankers so that their NPA can be resolved. Some GST expert or legal expert who will discuss with the GST department to remove their charge on the assets because they are there. Some MIDC people, some dues are pending with the state government or state industrial department. Even some of the units which has availed the subsidy and they are not run the unit and they have taken the advantage of subsidy and subsequently the unit is closed. The state government industry department also put a charge. Their name is recorded on the 712 extract and on the land record outstanding dues on account of recovery of subsidies. Then in such a situation, and you will find that number of properties in the country are unutilized. Here we as a practicing CA in MSME can play huge role, very big role to resolve this exit policy of MSME for winding up of the closed unit. And I think MSME Sarthi, you are in this area of practice and you want to flourish. I know your vision, missions, and ambitions. You can take this opportunity and start a division in your office for say exit policy or resolving the issues of the closed units. Use crores and crore rupees business is there. And if you open any newspaper in the say national or state newspaper, whether it is Times of India or Economics Times or Business Standard, you find number of properties are put on auction because of NPA. So asset reconstruction company is a different thing. But here as an MSME consultant, we can help the MSME to come see. I know the pain. I have seen the people whose units are taken over by the GST department or by the bankers. They are coming, sir, मेरे को एक ही घर है. My son has done this business, but he could not succeed. Now we are helpless. We have to lose our house as well as our factory. Where should we live? And in such a situation, if we come to their help as a business solution provider, they will get great relief. I'm not telling that we should do the social work. They are ready to pay your cost, but give them fair, qualitative, and good services that they will come out with a stress. That is winding up. Cross-border transactions, again for MSME, which are in international or global trade, and due to Atmanirbhar Bharat or to the missions of the government, 5 trillion economy, and the contribution of MSME in say export of India, it is 49%, and it is expected that it will be up to 60% in coming years against cross-border transactions with young entrepreneurs and business coaching. We can start a financial or a institute where we can coach. Our own institute has started with a certificate course on MSME and certificate course and startup. So my vision, I'm suggesting to the management institution that why don't you start certificate course on MSME? There is certificate course on marketing. There is a certificate course on retail management. There is a certificate course on say human resources. There is certificate course on administration. Some management institutes should start a certificate course on MSME, where whatever ABCD to Y I have told you can be a syllabus. They can prepare an MSME consultant who will become an expert to support the MSME which are coming in the country. Similarly, our institute, though we are a practicing chartered accountant, in our blood there is accountancy, in our blood there is management. We can manage the finance very easily. But even we as a CA may not be equipped completely to help the MSME. That's why this type of webinar and seminars and this type of MSME Sarthi enterprises are coming in the market. Zero effect, zero defect. ZED is the zero effect, zero defect is the product of the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. They are issuing certificate to MSME manufacturer that this is ZED certified product, and they are given advantages by way of subsidies for producing such type of ZED. So we help, or we can help the MSME units to get this ZED certification. And some of the chartered accountants, to my knowledge, are doing these services, and under this climatic conditions and sustainability, these services of ZED certification has got utmost importance. Circular economy, recycling of waste, plastic waste, electronic waste, whatever you see, municipal waste, recycling has become a buzzword, a new business opportunity. I think a week before or 2 weeks before, a public issue has been floated in the country, which is for recycling of electronic waste. So now this product of recycling of electronic waste or recycling or circular economy has become a buzzword. So this under sustainability, zone accounting and regional reporting for MSME Z-World. So far I have discussed with you about the business solution provider role by chartered accountant to MSME. And even if MSME is listening to me, you may be having a chartered accountant for your traditional work, for say accounting, income tax, or say auditing, or any other services, GST services or TDS services in your office. But what I want to put in front of to the MSME who are listening to me, there are certain chartered accountants in the country nowadays, because the institute is doing certificate course on MSME. In the 16th batch is going on under the auspices of ICAI, and more than 1600 or more than 3000 chartered accountant has got update knowledge under this certificate course of MSME, and they are providing MSME services. This eSarthi portal is also providing same services. You can take the help. Don't depend on your traditional chartered accountant. See, in medical fraternity, what we do, if our stomach is paining, we don't go to the eye specialist. We go to the doctor who is expert in stomach theory. If we got failed and got an accident and our heart, our something is broken, we go to the orthopedic surgeon and not go to the ENT specialist. Similarly, in MSME ecosystem, the MSME should approach to a proper chartered accountant firm, a proper portal like eSarthi or eMSME services, which are expert in MSME. With this, you get the complete knowledge, information from a person who is aware about this MSME services. Friends, I am putting in front of you because I am supposed to cover the state government policies, the central government policies also, state-wise industrial policy. Just discuss about Maharashtra state. Can you imagine how much policies are there within the state of Maharashtra? There are around 14 to 20 policies in existence in the state of Maharashtra, which are providing subsidies or various types of incentives and grants to units established within the territory of Maharashtra. And here the networking opportunities for chartered accountants. Why don't 14 or 15 chartered accountants come together and they form a network of them in state of Maharashtra, whether they are from Mumbai or somebody from Nagpur, somebody from Ahmednagar, somebody from Nanded, somebody from Jalgaon, Akola, Nasik, Dhule, Nandurbar, comes together and they say that we are expert in subsidy schemes of the Maharashtra government, and each one of them become in charge of one policy. Single window services for subsidies to MSMEs units coming in the state of Maharashtra. So Maharashtra is having a mother policy of all the policies of the state of Maharashtra. Whatever manufacturing units are coming in the state of Maharashtra, it has to be manufacturing unit. They are eligible to get the subsidy under Maharashtra package scheme of incentive 2019. The policy, this policy is known as PSI 2019. And how much is the subsidy provided under this scheme? According to the location of the unit, the subsidy is from 0% to 100% of the project cost. You may be surprising to know 100%, how it is possible. Can a government give 100% of the project cost? Yes, sir. The Maharashtra state is giving 100% of the project cost as subsidy, subject to location of the project. That's why MSME, a chartered accountant, MSME business solution provider, we practicing CA can play a very great role in the MSME ecosystem. right from concept to commissioning of the project. So Maharashtra package scheme of incentive 2000, Maharashtra state woman entrepreneur policy. A woman entrepreneur, a proprietorship firm, a partnership firm of women, a private limited company of women, even if it is situated in Nariman Point or Gateway of India, they are eligible to get the benefit under Maharashtra State Women Entrepreneur Policy. Maharashtra Chief Minister Agro and Food Processing Policy. The name itself suggests any promoter who is agro and food processing is eligible to get the benefit under this. Maharashtra Textile Policy. Roti, kapda or makan. Here roti, here kapda. Maharashtra Textile Policy 2018 to 23. Now again a new policy has come from 23 to 28. Specific policy for textile units coming within the state of Maharashtra. Maharashtra ITES policy, information technology enabled services. Vashi, New Bombay, Belapur, Pune, Nagpur, very important. Maharashtra Electronic Policy 2023, again it is renewed. Any promoter who is in electronics manufacturing, anywhere in the state of Maharashtra, how much is the subsidy? 100% of the project cost, irrespective of the project cost, maybe 5,000 crore, 10,000 crore. No upper limit. No upper limit. 100% of the project cost is mentioned under the scheme. Whatever capex electronic manufacturer incurred in the form of capital expenditure, 100% of that capital expenditure will be given as subsidy as per the guidelines of the Maharashtra electronic policy over the period of 10 years in equal installment in the form of GST refund, in the form of interest refund on term loan. Maharashtra Logistic Park Policy, again Bhiwandi. Maharashtra State Electric Vehicle Policy, Pune Belt. Maharashtra Gems and Jewelry Park Policy, Maharashtra Tourism Policy, Maharashtra Cloud Computing, Maharashtra FinTech Policy, Maharashtra Aerospace Defense Manufacturing Policy, Maharashtra Telecom Infrastructure Policy. Again, networking of chartered accountants, number of schemes within the state of Maharashtra. As I told you, it is MSME unit right from 0% to 100% of the project cost according to the location A, B, C, D, D plus. Vidarbha, Marathwada, Ratnagiri, Sindhudurg and Dhile. 80% of the project cost subject to fixed capital investment up to 50 crore is the subsidy which is given by the state of Maharashtra under Maharashtra Package Scheme of Incentive 2019. Aspirational district, Usmanabad, Gadchiroli, Washim, Nandurbar. If the unit is established in this location, 100% of the project cost is given as subsidy. And no industry district, Gadchiroli and Hingoli, Naxalism affected area, that is Gadchiroli, Yavatmal, Bhandara, certain part of Vidarbha, that is Naxalism affected area. 100% of the project cost subject to capital investment up to 50 crore, that is MSME unit, are eligible to get the benefit under Maharashtra. Then coming to the Gujarat state, Gujarat Industrial Policy 2020, period of operation 7/8/2020 till 6/8/2025, operative period 5 years. How much are the schemes? 15 schemes. Within the, you name the state in the country, there is a scheme available by the state government. Now each and every state government has become proactive, giving, say, everybody wants to give maximum, every state want to give red carpet to the industry to come and establish manufacturing units in their state. That's why the states are coming out with various policies. Scheme for capital subsidy for large industries and trust sector. Scheme for assistance to micro small. Scheme for instance to industrial parks. You name this sector, there is a scheme available. Again, networking. 15 chartered accountants from the state of Gujarat coming together forming a network, maybe official network or unofficial network, and each one in charge of one policy. A MSME Sarthi having a division in Gujarat state and in charge of one or two policies, each person is in charge of two policies. They can provide maximum services as a business solution provider in the state of Gujarat. अभी हिमाचल के अंदर बर्फ गिर रहा है, केदारनाथ, against the Uttarakhand. Can you imagine? Very difficult state, a hilly state, but still in that state also, Uttarakhand also, number of policies are there. Uttarakhand mega industrial policy, Uttarakhand textile policy, Uttarakhand aroma park, Uttarakhand Ayush policy, you know, Uttarakhand reach in say One Dhan, that is medicinal plantations, Uttarakhand biotechnology policy, Uttarakhand IT policy, Uttarakhand MSME policy. Very difficult state, but still having policy. Invest Uttarakhand. Uttar Pradesh, in my opinion, in coming years, Uttar Pradesh will be the most developed state as far as industries are concerned. It will be, say, Gujarat and Maharashtra, though are known as a developed state for industries, but Uttar Pradesh, the way the Uttar Pradesh government is taking initiative, the industrial development, because firstly the availability of land, secondly the availability of labor, huge labor force are available in Uttar Pradesh, and the Uttar Pradesh government has come out, invest in Uttar Pradesh, vibrant ODOP, one district one product, is the product developed by Uttar Pradesh. Now it has become a buzzword in all the state, but it is a mind of the Uttar Pradesh government to come out with this one district one product concept. See the number of schemes in Uttar Pradesh state. Sir, I told you, you name the state in the country, whether it is Assam, Mizoram, Tripura, there is a policy. Even in Kerala, even in Pondicherry, even in Goa, there is industrial policies of respective states. So invest Uttar Pradesh, number of policies. Kerala, again development of bamboo and agriculture related work, development of bamboo. Kerala State Industrial Infrastructure Development Corporation. Jammu and Kashmir, after withdrawal of section 35 or section 370 in the Jammu and Kashmir, the duration Jammu and Kashmir Industrial Policy 2021 and Jammu and Kashmir Industrial Land Bank Policy has come. Allotment of policy, Jammu and Kashmir Industrial Land Allotment Policy. And if you say in Jammu, if you make online application, there is no land available. No land available in Jammu. The land is available in valley. So Jammu, most of the people from North, Delhi, Jaipur, they have established their manufacturing units in Jammu to take the advantage of Jammu industrial policies. Rajasthan, very big state, very say in mines and minerals. So Rajasthan is also having number of policies in the state of Rajasthan. See, I'm not able because of the time constraint. I have to take you to the central government. Chhattisgarh sabse badhiya, a very forest rich state. Chhattisgarh Industrial Policy 2019 till 2024. Tripura Industrial Promotion Policy. Arunachal Pradesh, new industrial policy of the government of Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh State Industrial Investment Policy. Meghalaya Startup Policy. See the opportunities available to be practicing. Whether we are from small state, whether we are from small district, whether we are from small town or taluka places, huge role we as a practicing CA can play in the life of the MSME units. Meghalaya Industrial and Investment Promotion. Welcome to Mizoram. Mizoram 2021. The Mizoram Incentive Subsidy Scheme 2021. Experience Madhya Pradesh. MP MSME Development Policy 2019. Period with effect from 1/10/2019 till new policy has been introduced by the government. Special package to powerloom sector, special package to pharmaceutical sector, special package to apparel sectors is given under this MSME Development Policy 2000. Madhya Pradesh Startup Policy 2019. Madhya Pradesh IT, ITES and ESDM Investment Policy. Now in Indore, most of the national TCS or say Wipro or say Infosys or say Tech Mahindra, a tech park is established in Bhopal and Madhya Pradesh, Indore, because of this IT, ITS and ESDM investment. Gujarat government is having IT, ITS policy, and that's why this gift city in Gandhinagar, it is developing because of the IT, ITS policies. State Industrial Development Corporation, the role of State Industrial Development Corporation. That was a topic today. How this state industrial, see, you want ready infrastructure, and who is providing this ready infrastructure in the form of ready infrastructure by way of plots, roads, electricity, water, drainage. These are provided by State Industrial Development Corporation. You know GIDC, you know MIDC. What is GIDC? Gujarat Industries Development Corporation. What is MIDC? Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation. Providing subsidized land and infrastructure. The land in MIDC, if you see, there is one industrial estate in Dhule district of Maharashtra, which is known as Nardana Industrial Area, Songir MIDC or Nardana MIDC. The rate of land available in this MIDC is 229 rupees per square meter, 29 rupees a square feet. Ultratech Cement, Wonder Cement, Jindal Power, Mahindra and Mahindra, they have come in this area. This is a industrial growth center, facilitating ESS access, granting subsidies and incentives, developing ready infrastructure, skill development, market access, regulating and policy advocacy. You name the state in the country. अब भारत का कोई भी स्टेट बताओ, there is a State Industrial Development Corporation in India. See here, Andhra Pradesh Industrial Infrastructure Corporation. That's why I am telling you the networking of chartered accountants. Coming 36 chartered accountants coming together from each state and forming a network and saying that I am expert in Andhra Pradesh to get the clearances of land, getting land allotted, fulfilling the terms and conditions of Andhra Pradesh industrial infrastructure. So a promoter from world, say Japan or Germany or Australia or say Singapore, any country coming to India, and if they know that MSME Sarthi is an institution in the country which is providing services all over India, and they have network of partners in all the states of India who are expert in land allotment. So what will happen? They will come to you. They will ask you, "Are Mr. Jain, can you provide me which is the state where the land rate is cheap? Which is the state where maximum subsidies are available or good infrastructure is available?" So you can have a network of partners. Assam Industrial, Chhattisgarh State, Delhi State, Goa Industrial, Gujarat Industrial, Haryana State, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand Industrial Infrastructure Corporation, Karnataka State, Kerala State, MP, Maharashtra, Manipur, Pondicherry, Punjab State, Rajasthan State, RICO, TIDCO, Udyog Bandhu, Uttar Pradesh, Invest UP, West Bengal, Jhoram, Mizoram, Jhoram, Nagaland Industries, Odisha, Sikkim, Telangana, Tripura, Uttarakhand, you name the state, there is a state industrial development. And what the role this state industrial development? They have ready infrastructure, plug and play facility. Even there are ready sheds available in this infrastructure. Water, electricity, substation, waste generation, effluent treatment plant, are provided by this state industrial development corporation. So that's why you see in Mumbai, in Pune, why this Bajaj, why this Telco has come, why this Haryana is say a very state developed for automobile sector because of the state industrial model. Central government schemes, policy for medical devices sector. COVID, we have faced the issue that there is no ventilators available. So the government of India has taken a decision, and a national medical devices policy 2023 has been commenced. 5,000 again, waste to wealth, sustainability, compressed biogas plants. The Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas has a vision to establish 5,000 CBG plants in the country. National Green Hydrogen Mission, the future fuel of India. Make in India, we know the proclamation given by Pradhan Sevak of our country. Now, create in India is the vision of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting Government of India. AVGC projects, particularly to technology sector, aviation, virtual graphics and comics designing. Create in India is the future. Bulk drug park scheme is there in this country. Electronic manufacturing cluster near Rajnandgaon in Pune with the investment of 300 crores, 300 acre land. A specific cluster is established by the government of Maharashtra for electronic manufacturing. And you know, the Maharashtra government is also having Maharashtra electronic policy under which 100% of the cost. So win-win situation. Establish a unit in the cluster which is developed with the financial help of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Avail the benefit which is declared under Maharashtra electronic policy by the state of Maharashtra. Win-win situation. International Year of Millets 2023. Millets manufacturing. Take the benefit of food processing industries. These are the various types of millets in the country. Cold storages, Horticulture Board, National Horticulture Board is providing subsidies for establishing net shade, refrigerated vans and cold storages in the country, cold chain facility in the country. So subsidy for establishing cold storages in the country. It is ranging from 35% to 50% of project cost up to 10,000 metric ton. Section 35 AD deduction. We are all chartered accountant. Sir, can I take another 5 minutes or shall I to stop exactly at 8 o'clock?
No, sir. You can, sir. You can. As per your convenience.
I can. No? Yeah. So deduction under Section 35 AD. We are practicing chartered accountant. We know certain enterprises, certain manufacturing, certain activities are specified activities under Section 35 AD. And cold storage chain facility and Gramin Bhandaran Yojana, rural godown for storage of grains are specified activities under Section 35. So in addition to MSME consultant being a practicing chartered accountant, doing income tax consultancy, we can give a bundle of incentive to the cold storage owners. Subsidy from National Horticulture Board, subsidy from state government in the state of Gujarat, in the state of Madhya Pradesh, Section 35 AD deduction. I can deliver 2-hour lecture on cold storage activity. I have established more than 27 cold storage in the state of Maharashtra, and most of the cold storage has taken the advantage of Section 35 AD as well as farmer producer companies, equity grant and credit guarantee fund scheme, venture capital assistance for farmer producer. Now there are more than, so the government vision is to establish 10,000 farmer producer company. And you see in MCA 21 portal, there is a separate icon for registering farmer producer company. India Footwear and Leather Development Program, particularly Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, is footwear development. Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, a product of the Ministry of Rural Development. 1 lakh crore rupees. No need to provide any collateral security for agro and food processing industries for a loan up to 2 crore rupees. 3% interest subvention on quarterly basis. No, the upper rate of interest is only 9%. It's a very, very important scheme of the central government which is providing, and the fund allocated for this scheme is 1 lakh crore rupees. Government announced a subsidy to popularize drone in agriculture. Recently, from report the Honorable Pradhan Sevak, हम 6 लाख बहनों को ड्रोन सब्सिडी के रेट में देंगे to create self-employment among women entrepreneurs. Drones in agriculture. Again, it is an electronic product. So as an MSME, you can manufacture a drone. As an individual, you can become a pilot for running the drone, because flying the drone is not a kite flying. पतंग उड़ाने के जैसा नहीं. It is unmanned vehicle. So a trained person can only become a pilot of the drone. Otherwise, if the drone collapses, it is a total loss. So getting a pilot license is another professional opportunity, or say employment opportunity in the country. Submission for I am just want to show you the drone, how it works. Okay. Then this Pradhan Mantri Kisan PM Kusum Yojana for farmers on their wells pump. Service export from India scheme. Our own past president is the chairman of this association at national level. Service export from India scheme. ACIS export promotion. Services from export. National mission on edible oils. We are not self-reliant as far as edible oil is concerned. So this is a mission of the central government. Gati Shakti scheme, 1 lakh crore, 100 lakh crore rupees are earmarked by the Honorable Pradhan Sevak of our country under Gati Shakti scheme. And see the outcome of this Gati Shakti schemes. Multimodal connectivity for ports, multimodal connectivity for roads and highways, transmission and distribution network, fishing clusters, harbors, labor, 202 coastal based industries. India has got 7,516 kilometer coastal belt right from say Ganga Sagar to the state of Gujarat. 7,500 coast based industries. 109 pharma and medical devices cluster, 19 textile cluster, food processing clusters in the country. Ministry of Heavy Industries, FAME India scheme, that is electric, faster adoption of electric vehicles. FAME India scheme, National Vehicle Scrappage Policy. None. I think this is a mind-blowing business opportunity for MSME in the country. The Ministry of Highway and Road has come out with this scheme of National Vehicle Scrappage Policy. Well to waste, recycling of vehicle waste. Compulsory the vehicle has to be deregistered. A private vehicle which has been completed its 15 years of life, and a commercial vehicle which has completed 20 years of its life has to be compulsorily scrapped. Compulsory, otherwise they have to pay the green tax, and that re-registration by RTO will be a costly affair. I'm just keeping this because what are the benefits? Production linked incentive schemes. You know, the government of India has come out with number of production linked incentive schemes, and various funds are there. Are at present 14 to 15 schemes in the country which are related to higher the production, higher the benefits. India's infrastructure, that national monetization pipeline. The opposition parties has said that Bharat Sarkar अभी भारत की asset बेचने, public sector बेचने निकला है. As a MSME consultant, the government is expecting to earn 6 lakh crore by monetizing the assets, and these are the assets of the central government which they are planning to monetize by way of leasing to private sector. And when government is expecting to earn 6 lakh crore over the period of 5 years, just imagine how much capital expenditure will happen in the country by private sector. Huge opportunity will come to. Piyush Goyal against national single window. You name the scheme of the Modi government. There are around 250 schemes declared by Modi government. Each and every scheme, in my opinion, is having MSME opportunities, professional opportunities. I'm just skipping that. There are 250 schemes. National Air Sports Policy 2022. What is National Air Sports Policy? Objectives of National Air Sports Policy. No need to go to say Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand to get the to enjoy the paragliding and banana riding. All the government Ministry of Civil Aviation has come out with national policy. Ministry of Information Technology semiconductor policy 76,000 crore. Design linked incentive scheme. Design linked incentive scheme declared by the government. Mission Green India. Harit Highway. Mission Green India. Ministry of Electronics and IT. E-Waste Eco Park. In future, circular economy park policy is going to become. Taking green route. One Dhan scheme, particularly in Dang, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, One Dhan scheme. Ministry of Textile, various schemes, technical textile. The last date for submission of application to take benefit under technical textile scheme is 31st December 2023. Mega Textile Park, Mitra Park, 7 Park has been established. National Industrial Corridor, I can have 1 hour or 2 hour lecture about this National Industrial Corridor. Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor, I'm just keeping because of the Ministry of Food Processing, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana, formalization of food processing industry. Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, for which we have all assembled over, establishing Connect network of chartered accountants. I think yesterday you must have joined this CA Connect portal. Just listen to the Prime Minister. So far, whatever I have discussed, if we want to fulfill the dream of our Honorable Pradhan Sevak of the country, I think we must network so that we can become a big whole in coming future. So the CA Connect is the portal. I think I should stop over here because it is our own portal. You can get more knowledge by joining this CA portal, which is again a networking portal. With this, I stop over here. I thanks to Virag Shah, Connect Easy, as well as MSME Sarthi for giving me this opportunity to have whatever knowledge in front of you. The topic allotted to me, you, and I appreciate, I agree, or you may agree that yes, there is a scope available for MSME practice in the country. Thank you very much. Over to
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It's absolutely our pleasure, sir. Please, sir, वीडियो सर आप चालू रखिए सर. वीडियो गलती से बंद हो गया सर आपका. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. In very little time, you have covered so many things. You have given aspect of so many central government scheme, state government scheme, where 100% project amount or subsidies or the seed capital is given by the government. So many technology park information you have given. Sir, I can see 2 person in front of me in my screen. One is CA Ankush Jain sir and CA GB Modi ji. So first, I would like to tell sir that you have covered so many things in a wonderful manner in a presentation mode. And Ankush Jain sir has thought that this could be in a software, in a technology platform, and cover many schemes, more than 600 plus schemes of various central government of various state government, central government, and the various nodal agency scheme in a technology platform. So first, I would like to ask CA Ankul Jain sir, what is your first reaction of after the session of GB Modi sir? Sir has covered so many things in so little time. So would like to ask you, Ankul sir. Please say something about the today's session and your portal as well, sir. Ankur sir, please unmute yourself. Yes, sir. After the session of GB Modi sir, sir has covered so many things in so little time. So would like to ask you, Ankur sir. Please.
मोदी सर प्रणाम। पीएम मोदी और जी पीएम मोदी और जीबी मोदी सर, आप फलों से भरा लदा हुआ वृक्ष इतना हम्बल हो सकता है जैसे आप हैं, और बहुत कुछ सीखना है। मोदी सर प्रणाम।
अंकुर सर, आपका प्रॉपर वीडियो आ रहा है, वो पीछे वाला बंद कर दीजिए सर, आपका प्रॉपर आ रहा है यहाँ पे।
प्रणाम। पीएम मोदी और जीबी मोदी सर ही इतने हम्बल हो सकते हैं। 33 इयर्स का नॉलेज आपने 2 घंटे में हमें बता दिया। लॉट टू लर्न सर। इतनी ह्यूमैनिटी और नोबल इंटेंशन टू बिल्ड नेशन। सर आपसे एक हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है, आप हम सबके मेंटर बन के हमें गाइड करते रहिए। एम्पल अमाउंट ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी यू हैव सजेस्टेड टू ऑल चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट पार्टनर लाइक अस। नेटवर्क से नेटवर्क कैसे बनाना है, कैसे एमएसएमई को वन अम्ब्रेला सर्विस प्रोवाइड करके एमएसएमई बढ़ेगा तो देश बढ़ेगा के मिशन में हम सक्सेसफुल हो सकते हैं सब मिलके। सर आपका गाइडेंस बहुत ही अनबिलीवेबल है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर, और आपने हमें इंट्रोड्यूस किया, उसके लिए भी हम बहुत आभारी हैं आपके।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू। आई विल बी ऑलवेज अवेलेबल एट योर सर्विस। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू मोदी सर। सबका यही रिएक्शन है जैसे अंकुल जी का था। ऑल आर आस्किंग फॉर वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग, ऑल आर आस्किंग फॉर योर प्रेजेंटेशन, एंड दे ऑल वांट टू लर्न अ लॉट फ्रॉम यू सर। There are so many questions in a query, sir. Please put on YouTube also how Uttarakhand government scheme they are asking. Very useful information. If possible, kindly send on WhatsApp or email. If participant over a professional brother request for it, how can we access recording letter? And there are many questions as well, sir. Is there a way to find out the list of active MSME? There is again another question. So friends, let me tell you, sir has already introduced eMSME, which is a scheme discovery portal. So there are so many schemes also informed by GB Modi sir in today's session. All you can access as per your business on the basis of URC. One URC, that is Udyam registration certificate number, need to put on the eMSME website, and you can find out which government scheme is applicable particular to your client and that particular business activity. So visit the eMSME website, check that, and you can also become a annual subscriber of eMSME of this government recognized startup eMSME, and how you can also check that which scheme is applicable to your businesses. So with this, once again would like to request Ankur sir, if you want to address the attendees. Ankur sir, we can you can address all the attendees at least for 5 minutes. Over to you, Ankur sir.
Sir, shall I start my presentation?
शुक्रिया again विराग भाई for this platform and your wonderful facilitation to GB Modi sir. सिंपल सा थीम है, सारे एमएसएमई को कोई भी एक अकेला स्टेक होल्डर सर्व नहीं कर सकता है। तो हमने 10,000 एमएसएमई का सर्वे किया, और उल्लासनगर, कालवा देवी, मलाड मार्केट में, अभी भी रिसेंटली बड़ा बाजार और कोलकाता में सर्वे इज गोइंग ऑन। वी हैव मेट 15 एमएसएमई हेड of all largest private sector banks. So we have understood the pain of the MSME and understood the intent also of all the regulator, state government, central government, banks. Everyone is more than willing to serve MSME. बट उनको जो अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड को स्ट्रक्चर करना है, उसके लिए जो हम थीम लेके आए हैं कि डिजिटल करें एमएसएमई को, उनको क्रेडिबल बनाए, वो अपने आप बैंकेबल हो जाएंगे। बाय डिफॉल्ट एमएसएमई प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर लेंडिंग में आते हैं और हाईएस्ट रेट ऑफ आईआरआर जनरेट करते हैं बैंक्स के लिए। हाईएस्ट यील्ड है, इसलिए बैंक, सारे रेगुलेटर एमएसएमई को लोन देना चाहते हैं, दे नहीं पाते हैं क्योंकि उनके दो इशू हैं, एक कस्टमर एक्विजिशन कॉस्ट बहुत हाई है और एक उनको मॉनिटरिंग करना बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट है। पर हम सब मिलकर यदि उनको डिजिटल और क्रेडिबल बनाने में सहायता कर दें तो उनका जो एग्जिस्टिंग रेट है उससे बहुत कम रेट पे उनको फंडिंग मिल जाएगी और उससे वो अपना बिजनेस एक्सपांड कर पाएंगे, उससे एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन भी कर पाएंगे और एमएसएमई बढ़ेगा तो हर आदमी अपने आप ही बढ़ जाएगा एंड द प्रोफेशनल कम्युनिटी लाइक अस विल बी द हाईएस्ट बेनिफिशियरी। एक हमारी कम्युनिटी है जो चाहती है हमारे क्लाइंट जितने ज्यादा ग्रो हो सके उतने ज्यादा ग्रो हो। करस्पॉन्डिंगली आवर फीस आल्सो ग्रोज, द एंटायर इकोसिस्टम आल्सो ग्रोज। आज 3.8 ट्रिलियन डॉलर की इकोनॉमी में यदि हम यहाँ हैं और 4 साल में यदि 4 से 6 साल मान लें 10 ट्रिलियन डॉलर की हम इकोनॉमी हो जाएंगे तो हम सब कहां से कहां पहुंच जाएंगे और देश बढ़ेगा तो कोई भी अछूता रहेगा नहीं। हम सबके सबका बढ़ना बाय प्रोडक्ट है। हमने जो इनिशिएटिव लिया है वो प्योरली नेशन बिल्डिंग के ऑब्जेक्टिव से लिया है, मनी मेकिंग के ऑब्जेक्टिव से नहीं लिया है। तो इसी इनिशिएटिव में हम जो भी सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, जिस भी कैपेसिटी में, आप अपील में एक्सपर्ट हैं तो आपका प्रोफाइल उस हिसाब से आप बता दीजिए तो वो वाली लीड आपको देंगे। सो बेसिकली विच एवर फील्ड यू आर एक्सपर्ट इनटू, we wish that whoever MSME comes to us and when we have our expert partner in whatever capacity you can support them, we'll also provide such kind of leads also to you। और MSME का मनी कंट्रोल बनाया है हमने तो आपको कहीं पे भी भटकने की जरूरत नहीं है। whatever you need, whether GEM platform support or startup, the overall ecosystem support, everything you can search and you can get। so हम बैंक के मैनेजर को और चार्टर अकाउंटेंट फर्म को वो टूल से वो एम्पावर करना चाहते हैं। आई होप वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट ई इन MSME स्टैंड फॉर एम्पावरिंग, enabling and easing the entire journey for MSME, for the banker, for the chartered accountant community। so that is the reason we are calling it MSME Bazaar, and that is the reason we are saying that we are empowering with the tool to all the stakeholders। so in one search you can find the relevant solution of those problem or the objection handling, and you can serve your MSME client in much better way। so शुक्रिया विराग भाई, I won't be taking much time। आप इसके साथ धन्यवाद और शुक्रिया अगेन।
Thank you Ankush bhai for your address and for the platform you have built. It's really commendable. We have received a ample of appreciation for the platform everywhere, and people are using, the chartered accountant also are using for their client. More than 200 plus chartered accountant firms are using across India, and they are also benefited. So I'd like to request each and everyone to visit the website to become an annual subscriber partner and take the maximum benefit for you, for your client as well। any query, anything is there, you can connect directly with me। Ankush bhai is there and entire EMSME team is there, you can connect and take the maximum benefit। with this we would like to request, we'll provide the PPT, we'll request Modi sir to provide the PPT and we'll share with all the attendees, and we'll also we have already uploaded entire video on the YouTube, so you can check there as well। with this we are concluding our today's session। thank you once again Ankush bhai, and thank you Modi ji in his absence here, and thank you all the attendees for making this webinar a successful webinar। thank you so much all।